Hello and welcome back to Baking on a Budget. Now in this episode what I'm going to be making is a flapjack, but a flapjack with a difference. In this recipe there is no sugar and there is no syrup. So it's a very healthy flapjack. I'm going to go through the ingredients with you. This is very simple to make, it takes no longer than about 10 minutes to put together, and it is a beautiful healthy snack. For this recipe we will need 200 grams of oats. Now this is a total of 18 pence. I'm going to put 100 grams of sultanas in this as well, which is 25 pence. We're going to use some coconut oil, 50 grams of coconut oil, 15 pence. 50 grams of honey, putting some honey in this flapjack, that's 16 pence for the honey. And there's about 75 grams of butter, which comes out at 56 pence. So the total cost here of the flapjack is £1.22. And I'm saying we'll get about 6 slices out of this. So that's about 20 pence a slice. All right, so we already have the butter in the pan, and that is weighed out at 75 grams. Next thing we want to do is put some of this coconut oil in. It's quite chilly in the kitchen here, so this is quite stiff. But we want 50 grams of the coconut oil. And that's about 50 grams there. So next thing is by weight, we want 50 grams of the honey. We're just watching this on the scales as it goes up, and that there is about it. I put a little bit more in, a little bit more honey, just a touch. There we go. Right, we're going to melt all this down. All right, so the pan with all of the oils and fats in is going on a very low heat. And we just want to melt all that down. And whilst that's melting, we'll prepare the rest of the ingredients. All right, now as I say, this recipe is simplicity itself. In the bowl here we have our 200 grams of oats, and here we have 100 grams of sultanas. We're just going to bind them together, and as soon as that butter and honey and coconut oil mixture is melted, we're just going to pour that in there and combine all of these ingredients. We're going to do this in a loaf tin, so it's going to be a fairly deep flapjack, which is the way I like them. And I'm just going to line this tin, and that will be fine like that. That'll allow us to pick that out very easily, and that'll all be good. Alrighty, here we go. The oils have melted, and we're just going to pour that straight into the oats. And with a trusty spoon, we're just going to mix all that round until all of these oats are coated with those oils. What I like to do is just let this sit for a while as well afterwards, just to allow the oats to absorb some of the oil mixture. And then once it's done that, we'll put it in the tin and bake it. Oats are very good for you. I do like oats. I've got some great porridge recipes which I will share in the coming weeks, and a beautiful oat cake, like a little biscuit, which is made of oats. Very nice. But this flapjack, as I say, there's absolutely no sugar in there whatsoever. This is going to turn out beautiful, very inexpensive, 20 pence per slice. This would classify as an energy bar. You know, if you buy one of those energy bars from the shop, they do have oats in, yes, but they do have a lot of sugars, which will give you a boost, but not long term. Whereas this, oats, good slow release energy, very good for you. Now, with it in the tin, what we want to do is just flatten that down a bit with the back of the spoon. That's it there. And that is it. Okay, well I think you'll agree that was a very simple recipe to put together. It's in the tin, it's ready to go in the oven, and it's going to go in the oven at 175 degrees centigrade, and it's going to stay in there for 15 to 20 minutes. We don't want to overdo it, we just want to see it sort of browning around the edges a little, and that'll be sufficient. So in the oven it goes. Alrighty, this is just over 15 minutes later, And as you can see there, that's starting to brown around the edges, around the sides, and that's done to a turn. That's perfect. Push it back down just with the back of the spoon, just to bind all those ingredients together and make sure it's nice and firm by the time it has cooled. Now, as I say, with this one, I've put sultanas in. Many other things you could put in here. You can put nuts in, any type of dried fruit, you know, cranberries. You could put blueberries in it, anything you want. All right, I'm going to let that cool down for a while, and then we'll take a slice off and take a look at it, and we'll have a taste of it also. Okay, it's had time to cool, and I've cut a slice off here. It is sugar-free flapjack. Smells absolutely beautiful. Smell the coconut and the honey in there, and I'm going to have a taste of that. Still soft from the oven. Beautiful. Yes. Fresh out the oven, that's absolutely delicious. That's nice and soft. It's still warm. It's a little bit of crunch around the outside. Beautifully soft in the middle, and it holds together. One of the things with not putting the sugar and syrup in is the question is, will it all hold together? But that's holding together no problem. And as I say, it's still warm. As it cools down, it'll solidify a little bit more. That makes an excellent snack. Suitable for a light breakfast as well, really. The oats, slow release, that's going to keep you going for a long time. Very tasty, very simple to make, and 20 pence per slice. I do hope you have a go at making this. Very, as you've seen in the video, very simple to make, very, very simple to make. Very inexpensive and absolutely delicious. So if you enjoyed the video, please do give this a go, by the way. First, most important thing, the video is about baking, right? And the idea is if I can encourage anyone to start baking or to try some new recipes, then that's good for me. If you've enjoyed the video, please do consider subscribing to the channel. Give the video a thumbs up if you've liked it. And as I say, do make yourself a flapjack with no sugar, full of energy, very good for you, and 20 pence per slice. Thank you very much for watching.